Giovanni Alalon, bus driver ng Arellano Chiefs. Ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon isa sa ginagawa kong move sa court, pull-up jumper. Laging tandaan, pag malayo yung tao, una, pag may spacing ng konti, pag ayaw lumapit sa'yo, jump shot. Yan yung sikreto doon.
Giovanni drives, he shoots, and scores! Grabe. Alalon, tumikada mula sa labas. Yes! Para sa tres, ilista mo na unang 3 puntos. After making a couple of those. And look at Giovanni Alalon after scoreless in the first 3 quarters.
Ngayon, ipapakita ko naman sa inyo yung may bantay na pull-up jumper. Tatawagin ko yung partner ko, si Ken Salado. Ituturo namin sa inyo, ito yung lagi namin ginagawa ni Ken Salado pag tuwing pass break. Binabasa namin yung depensa namin kasi kaming dalawa nagbabasahan kung anong ginagawa ng depensa kasi pareho kami mabilis.
Bus driver, conductor, what a play from the bus driver and the conductor, Giovanni Alalon and Ken Salado. Kahit ako muntikan ako matang twister doon, we want to see that again.
Sana may natutunan kayo. Abangan nyo yung galawang NCAA dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
There you have it, mga pamilya. Ang the bus driver ng Arellano Chiefs at syempre ang the conductor. Ngayon, syempre, alam niyo naman dito sa SNA na hanga talaga kami sa mga atletang may pusong palaban. Kaya naman ang question of the week namin para sa inyo, anong team ba ang may pusong palaban? Sagutin niyo lamang yan using the hashtag NCAA Season 92. For more basketball action, magbabalik ang NCAA Season 92, 10 kulay, isang laban.
Nagbabalik po ang NCAA sa SNA. Sumasaludo kami sa pusong palaban ng lahing Pilipino. It's the first game of this first day of September at the half sa pagitan ng Perpetual Help Altas at Arellano University Chiefs. 35 para sa Altas, 27 para sa Chiefs. Magandang hapon po muli mga kapamilya. Andre Felix, Mix Bustos kasama niyo po sa unang araw ng buwan ng unang Burr month.
Burr. Taglamig na. Pasko na ulit kasi Dre.
Paano?
Burr.
Balikan natin, Mix, ang naganap sa first half. Lumamang ang Perpetual Help kagad. Inunahan itong Arellano Chiefs 18-7 in the first quarter. But to begin the second quarter, Arellano had a run of their own, 8-0. Na sinundan naman ng Perpetual's 9-0 run. Kaya naman, lamang pa rin itong Perpetual Help. At makikita natin ang ating mga numero dito, Mix. And since you are the calculator, why don't you do the rundown?
Well, for starters, points para dito sa Perpetual Help. Mas nananaig sila doon, 31-8 bench points naman dito. Medyo nakabawi ang Arellano Chiefs with 19-4 points in the paint. Also, Perpetual Help ang nananaig dyan with the Bright Acuetis presence down low and Gab Dagacons also. But ito ang talagang nag-alarm sa akin. Turnovers, 14-4. Mas lamang dito ang Arellano pero hindi masyadong na take advantage ang Arellano dito because they've been down most of the game. The biggest lead was really big at 13 points para dito sa Perpetual but they're still down by 8 itong Arellano. So they just really have to, recognize the errors of Perpetual para dun sila makapounce, dun sila makabawi coming into the second half.
It's also worth noting, Mix, Arellano averages close to 19 assists per game. And today, they just averaged in the first, they just dished out in the first half 5 assists lamang. Giovanni Alalon, his assists average 7.8, but today Giovanni Alalon just has 2 assists as we take a look at our leading scorers.
Well, hirap na hirap talaga dito si Giovanni Halalon to execute on his offense. As we can see, Gab Dagagon leading the way para dito sa Perpetual Help with 9 points. AJ Coronel and Bright Acueti have 7 apiece para dito naman sa Arellano. Ken Salado leading the way with 10 points, going aggressive towards the basket and really struggling itong si Giovanni Halalon. 3 out of 11 from the field, 8 points lamang siya dito, Trey. And Julius Cadavis with 6 points.
Alam mo, tama yung nabanggit mo, hindi nakakapitalize ang Arellano yung turnovers ng Perpetual Help because they only have 2 fast break points. And how big is that? Dahil siyempre, only 2 fast break points for Halalon and Salado.
And especially for a running team like Arellano, you know, early on in the first half, usually they will really run down the floor. They will really make you pay para dito sa kanilang depensa. Pero ngayon, very unfamiliar, unterritorial para dito sa Arellano. And for Perpetual Help, they're just really, you know, they're happy with how they're playing. They just have to keep it up this second half.
Speaking of keeping up, kami po, we will keep up with you with the second half coming your way sa pagkatapos ng ilang patalastas. Kayo po'y nanonood ng NCAA sa SNA. Yan ang mascot ng Arellano University, the head chief. At nagpa-picture ang ating mga estudyante from Legarda, Manila, the students of Arellano University and also the students of University of Perpetual Help System Dalta all the way from Las Piñas City at ang mga nagagandahan at nagseseksihan ng Arellano University cheer dancers. Magandang hapon po muli, Andre Felix kasama si The Calculator Mix Bustos at si Roxanne Monte Alegre at courtside. Kayo po ay nakatutok. It's the same channel, just a different logo and a different name. We are now called SNA. Sumasaludo kami sa pusong palaban ng lahing Pilipino. Our director for today, Raul De Ocampo, and of course our game producers, Manong, Mark Morados. Third quarter underway, Perpetual Help starting with the possession with them and this 8-point lead. Acueti makes it 10 and a chance to make it 11 as he heads to the free throw line.
Recognizing that mismatch is a Perpetual offense. Bright Acueti, you know, going aggressive down low, nag-switch doon yung depensa, na-recognizes yung mas maliit na Ken Salado. No problem, Bright Acueti.
Mr. Brightside this year, 25 minutes per outing, averages close to 17 points per game along with 11 rebounds and also close to 2 blocks. Monster numbers from the Nigerian second-year big man of Perpetual Help. Halalon, Salado, sinimulan na ni Coach Jerry Codiniera. Si Halalon and Salado kasama ni John C. Holtz and Lervin Flores along with Braille Mecca. Probably could be their best 5 here in this game, Mix.
It's just really important for Arellano to push the tempo, put in their best offensive guys.
Speaking of offensive, Ken Salado knocks down that 3 to start the second half. 13 na ang kinakamada ni Ken Salado.
Well, one of the tough shots para dito, pang-4 na 3 puntos pa lamang yan para dito sa Arellano Chiefs and really giving a hard time dito para sa Arellano, but Ken Salado really providing that offense for Coach Jerry Codiniera.
Singontico, the Phil-American forward drives in and out. Nakuha ni Lervin Flores ang rebound. Halalon, over to Salado against Acueti. Sa loob, Salado, ilista mo na, may bangga pa.
Wow, Ken Salado playing like a wingman, like a 3 guy. This 3-point shot, tapos aggressively going into the basket. Ken Salado, walang takot na pumunta sa ring.
Just like that, Ken Salado already has 15 points, 5 points to begin the third quarter. Foul, malayo sa bola, itatawag kay John C. Holtz.
And a little trivia, Dre, according to our chief statistician, Pong Docanes, teams leading after the third quarter are 16-0 combined. So ibig sabihin yan, kung sino man po ang laman after the third quarter, most likely nananalo ng larong yon. And Dre, you can break down the 16-2, 8-0. Parehong 8-0. Alam mo kung anong teams yun parehas?
Perpetual pati Arellano.
Perpetual and Arellano. So it will really break the records kung sino man ang manalo dito sa game na to. It's really very important third quarter for both teams.
Pido, the dish na basa ni Braille Mecca. Another turnover para sa Perpetual Help. Pang-15 na turnover na yan. Salado, tumuloy-tuloy! Kent Salado, all the 7 points of Arellano here in the third, coming from the Cagayan de Oro native.
Wow, Ken Salado providing some magic para dito sa Arellano. Talagang walang takot. Napakalakas ang kanyang upper body as he even gets this almost steal.
Nakuha ni Simontico, binigay kay Coronel, overholds.
That's okay. That's a good start for Coach Jerry. They cut this lead down to 4, now down to 6 again.
Alalon, still not scoring here in the second half. Holtz for 3. Acueti grabs rebound number 9. Sigontico to Darangon. Sigontico underneath. The kick out to AJ Coronel. Nabitawan ng bola. Muntika na mawala sa Perpetual Help. There's Coronel. Wala pa rin. And Lervin Flores grabs another rebound. Flores today already has 5 rebounds as we take a look at Kent Salado, a man possessed in the second half, and then Sigontico to Coronel, that one-hander over Yonsi Holtz. Yado pa rin ng 6 ang Arellano. Alalon, the spin on Pido. Nowhere to go. Gives it to Holtz for 3. Short.
Well, 3, okay naman yung ginagawa ni Giovanni. No? He really, deceives the defense with his attacking ability. Kicks it off to his teammates. Pero hindi nga lang na-shoot ng mga kanyang kakampiyon.
So Alalon really trying to get his teammates involved right away in the third quarter as Acueti inararo ang depensa ni Flores at ni Holtz. Tatawagan ng foul. It will be on Lervin Flores. Pangatlo na yan ng Kapampangan na si Lervin Flores.
Big blow para dito sa Arellano. You really need the presence of Gong Flores. Lervin Flores, kailangan talaga yung kanyang offensive presence down low. Third foul na to para kay Lervin Flores.
Do you take him out if you're Coach Jerry Godinera? Do you leave him in? Because you've been trailing right from the get-go and you need, like what you mentioned, you need a hustle guy like Lervin Flores on the floor right now.
Yun nga talaga yung pinakasugal dyan eh. 6 minutes, I think you can, put him in. Kasi kahit paano meron ng time na nabawas dito sa third quarter. But then, of course, for Flores, kailangan niya mag-ingat. Kailangan niya medyo mag-hold back ng konti on his aggressiveness. Pero looks like Coach Jerry will still put him in.
Speaking of holding back, this guy is not holding back today. Average shot is close to 13 points and 50% from the field. But look at Ken Salado's numbers already today. 17 na ang kinakamada, 78% from the field. Just missing 2 shots. He is perfect mula sa 3-point line. And there is the defense minister, Jerry Codiniera, on his 3rd year as the head coach of the Chiefs. Salado, the kick out to Nichols. Goes closer. Good defense by Dagangon on Nichols. Sigontico, nakakuha muli ni Nichols. To Salado, the reverse. Oh, but a 24-second shot clock violation. Pero ating opisyalis na si Ferdinand Pascual will check if nabitawan ba ni Salado. But after the review of our officials, looks like that call will stand because the shot clock did run out on the Chiefs. But of course, our 3 referees converging right now: Ferdinand Pascual, Ricor Buaron, and Alan Manzano.
A credit at scouting report of the coaching staff of Perpetual Help that started a few plays back nung na-block yung shot ni Zach Nichols. Alam nila yung tendencies of all players, no? Alam nila kung saan pupunta, alam nila kung anong klaseng tira yung mga gagawin. Talagang kaya hirap na hirap ang opensa dito ng Arellano.
They are not the best defensive team in the NCAA for nothing. Yung helper's helper eh. Kahit naiwanan na yung bantay, yung isa naman talagang tutulong. Like, we've seen a lot of plays in the first half of Flash Sadiwa helping out as well. A timeout on the floor, we will sort things out. Lamang pa rin ang Perpetual Help, 41-34.
Welcome back mga pamilya dito sa NCAA
vibes kami, walang nag-aaway. I mean, all of that comes into play. My dad's not the type to express kasi his nervousness easily, but he would rather not. But for me, the way I support him is make sure good vibes, we have a lot of laughs, easy lang, easy going, to make sure that once he gets here, you know, he has all the energy he needs to make things right.
That's right. Pero paano mo naman paano naman ang pag-experience mo na lumaki kasama isang legendary player at ngayon isang great coach here at NCAA?
Well, you know what? It's grabe. First and foremost, it's an honor. Like, I wouldn't trade this for anything else. It's just my dad. He's such a simple guy, yet such a hardworking, dedicated person at the same time. Watching that dedication and determination to practice every day, to do the drills every day, and now that he's a coach, you know, to have that father figure and coach figure to just, you know, manage all that to make it happen. It's a lot of work. I mean, mga bata sila, they're not exactly like grown-ups, you know, like they're kids and they all have attitudes you have to consider, not just the physical part, but you know, like all that. Sorry, I talked too much.
Yeah, thank you, Kitten. Mukhang kaya niyang gumawa ng talk show para sa kanyang ama, Andre.
Thank you, Kit, and thank you then, Roxanne. Of course, Coach Jerry Codinera's lovely daughter, Kit Ko, with our very own Roxanne Montealegre. In the meantime, while that quote-unquote talk show was happening, action was also going on sa pagitan ng dalawang koponan na ito. Dizon scores underneath for his first 2 points. What a close game. But Arellano still hasn't led. Halalon. Acueti gets a rebound. It goes to Dizon. Over to Pido. Cross court. Dagangon tumuloy-tuloy.
But alam kasi ni Gab Dagangon na 3 fouls sa itong si Lervin Flores. Kaya aggressively siya went to the basket. Pero ito ngayon, Coach Jerry patuloy na sumusugal dito kay Flores.
Oh, Salado nonchalantly spots up for 3. Offensive rebound to Halalon. The cross court to Gumaro. Gumaro, inikutan si Dagangon. Overshoots. Offensive rebound again for Arellano. Here's Halalon mula sa labas. Yes! Para sa 3 for Giovanni Halalon.
Well, big shot right there by Giovanni Halalon. He hasn't attempted in a while, or hasn't attempted many in a while, pero big 3 there by the bus driver, Giovanni Halalon.
Halalon had 5 points in the first quarter, only 3 in the second. And that was his first basket and a 3-pointer in the third. Salado to Halalon. Tumuloy-tuloy si Giovanni Halalon. Back-to-back baskets for the bus driver. He now has 13.
And don't look now, Dre. 2 puntos lang ang inaabante dito ng Perpetual Help. Ang gandang escape doon by Giovanni Halalon. Beautiful reverse layup.
Dagangon and Holtz. Entangled, but Dagangon answers to the rescue para sa Perpetual Help. 13 na rin ang kinakamada ni Gab Dagangon.
Ang hirap na tira nun mula kay Gab Dagangon. Una nakapag-agawan siya sa bola kay Deontay Holtz, pero he double pumped that shot. Bad the needed basket. Pamatay sunog para dito sa Perpetual Help.
Salado, the kick out. Halalon goes closer. Kicks it out to Salado. 5 to shoot. Salado attacks to Lervin Flores. That connection works. Salado and Flores, Cagayan de Oro to Pampanga.
Paying off sa sugal dito ni Coach Jerry. Lervin Flores, 4 points na siya dito after scoring that 3rd foul para dito kay Flores.
Arellano hasn't led in this game. We also haven't had a deadlock nor a lead change and a foul itatawag kay Dioncy Holtz as Dagangon aggressively attacking the baseline. Pangalawang personal foul ni Dioncy Holtz. Coach Jerry Codinera will burn another timeout. Another bang from Giovanni Halalon. What a move from the Cagayan de Oro native. To have that man with us here, baka pwede tayong samahan ni Scotty Thompson dito.
Earl the Pearl, of course.
A native of Digos, Davao del Sur. Enjoying the action, watching his former team, and also, of course, a good friend of Giovanni Halalon. At the line is Gab Dagangon. He is a 75% free throw shooter. nails it down and of course gives Arellano a little breather with a 4-point lead. The biggest it has reached to 13 when the score was 18-5.
So better third quarter dito para sa Arellano. 8 made baskets for them.
Arellano and make that Perpetual really sharing the ball, and Prince Eze. You know, during the offseason, sabi niya, that was really one of his priorities to improve on his perimeter jump shooting.
Well, he's not as skilled or as talented kumpara sa opensa kay Brett Akueti, pero of course, the little things that Prince Eze can do. And a good perimeter jump shot doon. Halos free throw shot na para kay Eze.
Sigotico spots, fires. Eze with those long hands could still not convert inside. That pass from Flores supposedly kay Salado. Nabasa, nakuha ulit ni Halalon. Tumuloy-tuloy si Giovanni. Giovanni saving the basketball, taking the corner three. Yes! Para sa tres for Giovanni Halalon.
Well, 3-on-1 break right there. Hindi naka-execute ang Arellano, pero Giovanni Halalon not giving up. Big corner 3 by the bus driver.
Giovanni, 8 of his 16 points mula dito sa third quarter. Biglang nagising ang Arellano University community dito sa loob ng Philoil Flying V Center. Dizon attacks. The kick out, Dagangon will answer. And yes! Baka sa tres for Gab Dagangon.
Gab Dagangon has been the answer. Siya ang pamatay sunog para dito sa Perpetual Help. Tuwing humahabol ng Arellano, Gab Dagangon is always the answer para sa kanyang kupunan.
What a third quarter. What a ball game. 6 seconds to go. Salado goes closer. Uses the glass. Eze with a rebound. At kahit nagtapos na, tuloy pa din ang aksyon. So sobrang ingay ng ating mga manonood dito sa loob ng Philoil Flying V Center and Mix. Parang di na rin tayo magkakarinigan. But what a third quarter we just witnessed, Mix, with Arellano outscoring Perpetual Help again. So 2 quarters nang ina-outscore ng Arellano ang Perpetual Help. Even way back to the second quarter, it's been a 41-35 run in the second and third quarters for the Chiefs.
Well, of course, Giovanni Halalon the answer para sa Arellano. Kailangan talaga ng total team effort dito para sa kanila. Matagal-tagal na sila naghahabol, pero they have to inch closer or at least tie this game to have some kind of turning point, Ray.
Dagangon has 18. Halalon has 16. Fourth and final quarter is coming up after the break.